And bump dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
Welcome to the
dun.
fucking Voodoo Monk. And I want to tell you something. I am so sick of all the bullshit. So without getting too biblical and shit, this is all I want to say is fucking what the fuck? The fuck are you all doing? What the fuck? People. People are shocking me, actually. Well, not really, because I already knew they were like that, and everybody told me. Everybody said for years, they were like, no, we're getting better. Yeah, we're getting better. No, no, that doesn't happen anymore. That doesn't exist. And then one day, out of the blue, boom, 2020. It's all just as alive and real. And this is what I meant. We just fucking go through life, don't pay attention to the problems. We just ignore them and cover them up with feeding that treadmill. Oh, that ever so lovely treadmill, which has been closed the fuck down.
The treadmill being this kind of industrial complex, driving forward, new things, disposable, constant growth, build new things and they will come kind of thing.
Yeah. This is a new era. Well, at least what I'm seeing here is a lot of civil war right now. I'm seeing a lot of civil war. I'm seeing a lot of people that want to stand up and change, and they've been silent this far. But let me say, with every time there's change, there tends to be violence, and that is human nature, and that's something really fascinating. Like, human nature is to be violent in a situation like that. It makes the most sense.
I think it
That's what we
involves
do.
the same thing that people have been thinking about it and talking about this thing, thinking they're making a difference just by thinking about it for such a long time. Now it's a trigger so quick,
Let's
right?
go
For some
beyond.
people, I don't
Let's
know.
go beyond cops.
And as you can see
Let's
in
go
like the
beyond. Let's go beyond black people. Let's go straight to the heart of the problem, racism. So let's identify that as a whole. So the first thing that we got to do, first thing is got to go, is terms like black people. Like, you know what? I grew up with that, okay? That's something I even say, which I'm trying to stop saying. And the reason being is you should never identify somebody by the color of their skin. That's kind of weird. You know what I mean? That's the fault. So, like, first
like
things
low income
first.
segregated communities.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
And then
calling a
high
community low
other
income even.
communities that don't have anything for
But do
low
you know
income that
how
are
those
kind of
things get
segregated
those
too.
names? Is when people are applying for low income and you have low income people living in those houses, the community knows it. And then those places get labeled as low income places. Like, that's just the way a community works, right? If I'm living in a nice area and I got these couple shit shacks because they don't take good care of their yard and they're throwing shit and junk there, really honestly, it's not any of my business. But like that we define as low income housing, and we define a separation like we're different than those people.
People are people, man.
Exactly. People are people.
But still, the way that you grow up changes you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. And I'm trying to stop like identifying people like that too, because I've done it forever where I've gone, he's black, he's white, he's Asian. I'm trying not to do that. But like then you go to this heart of the matter of people you entrust with your life killing people. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how much of it happens in Canada. Apparently, I'm supposed to research it because apparently it happens here too. But like, I want to
Sure it
check
happens though.
shit out. Yeah, nothing on the news, anyways, that I see. But apparently, there's been some bad policing in Canada as well in certain places, and I would love to like check into that a little bit to find out. But aside from that,
Actually, there
all
was
those
a
people that got these civil wars going
in
down
Nova
in the
Scotia
States.
something happened that one time.
Yeah,
But
that one time. Yeah, that guy killed a bunch of people.
yeah,
But yo, all these civil wars that are going down in the States, man, my heart goes out to you guys. That is a
really.
tough battle to battle. And you know what? I would just want to say, like, I admire anybody who is standing out there with the possibility of the National Guard coming there. Like, you people right there, you people are what I've been like talking about for a long time. Like, I am proud to see this. Like, what I'm not so proud to see is a potential violent method of dealing with a protest, and this idea that you got to arrest everybody. So apparently they're like, oh, we have 19 arrests and you got all these like uprisings, but honest to God, this is what I have to say. Like, the National Guard and the policemen, you guys should be shutting your mouth. Like, obviously this reputation was brought upon you guys because there's a number of people that are not following the proper protocol in the force. And so now it's your job and it's your responsibility to clean the motherfucker up. And I don't want to hear no two shits about it. So, like, seriously, stop blaming the people and start fixing the problem. You're spending money to fucking send National Guard people here? How about you spend some money and fix this fucking problem? How about that? That's what I want to fucking see. Because this is bull fucking shit. This should not be happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the threatening to go, well, I haven't read too much about what's happened like administratively.
It's a potential. It's not a right now, but it's a potential.
I don't know. And I know there's a threat of going to a military state, right, where they kind of hand over control to the military. Is a threat right now
at this case,
because there's people being violent.
Yeah.
That's the ridiculous thing. I mean, I've seen people being violent to people for no freaking reason. There was colored people.
We had cops for 30, 40
trying to burn
years
down a
being
business that
violent
was
for no
owned by
reason.
another colored person.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Now, I don't think.
Why would you target a business at all? I mean, those people are not thinking.
Hey, also, I agree. You raise an excellent point. We need to get rid of these fucking problems, like we shouldn't be rising up in a violent manner, but the National Guard shouldn't even be a consideration. And I want to say, like, 30, 40 years of policemen fucking black dudes up, what the fuck did you think was gonna fucking happen? Welcome to reality, bitches. And this is what I'm seeing, a bunch of gangsters in uniforms that just got sentenced to jail. 3 of them. Or was it 4? 4 people got fucking sentenced to jail. One of them I know for sure got a life sentence for 3rd-degree murder. This is what you fucking get. And you motherfucker, I'm even writing a song about what you motherfucker did. You wait. I'm gonna ruin your life. Even if you get out of jail, you never live this bitch down.
I'm trying to read up more. I read an article about how Minneapolis was actually supposed to be. This is connected to like what actually happened between like Officer Chauvin and George Floyd.
Yeah.
There's a chance they might have actually known or met each other prior to that.
Previously.
Both working as security at a place. But anyways, that's kind of disconnected. The important part that the article was about was that Minneapolis was really targeted to be a non-segregated community where they were going to really try to get over what was going on in, I think, the 70s and 80s. And there was all this affordable housing spread throughout everything, right? And that kind of went downhill. I think maybe it got that just it, you know, and now Minneapolis is like really segregated too. And Chauvin has a history of being, you know, so I guess it makes perfect sense why it happened.
Don't you think if like place, people,
like, if it doesn't make sense at all, because you watch the video and he's saying, "I can't breathe," and it's like,
yeah,
okay, this is a human being thing happening right now, like.
Yeah. So this is what I can't figure out. Okay, so yeah, they've raised ideas about whether these guys got PTSD. For one, why isn't the police force getting psychological evaluations on a regular basis? That's just nonsense. That's a bullshit excuse. And on top of that, like I raised that deal earlier. I raised that deal earlier about like people rebelling against it. Honest to God, even if they are being violent, now's the time for the National Guard, now's the time for the police, now's the time for anybody in that position to be showing the other act and not being violent back. And that would probably stop the violence with the crowds. Am I right? I'm probably right. Because honestly, why would they keep being violent if they're not fighting, and you say, okay, you guys are allowed to stand here until you run out of energy, and you just let them do their shit, and there's a little bit of violence, I think you guys should just keep your distance, leave the crowd alone. You can patrol it from a distance without it being too violent. Yeah, there's going to be those freaking retards. You can get in there, arrest them without, like, getting into fights. You guys don't need to beat the shit out of people.
In
You don't.
Atlanta, they
Yeah.
actually, the police chief walked with the people, and they had peaceful protests there. I think, I don't
Yeah,
think it's a
that's
place
good.
that got
That's
there with
good.
riots. Right? I don't
And
think
that
that was
kind
only
of,
one
well,
or two
not
police.
everywhere, but some places
Yeah,
did. Some
but there's a
places it was
protest.
good.
There's
Yeah.
being a protest in every single state of the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah, and not every single state was a smooth process. That's for sure. I saw some crazy fucking shit that you wouldn't plan on seeing in America. And as of like right now, Canada's the only one that's fucking hasn't fallen apart in the time of this process so far. And so like I'm kind of wondering how long? How long till they fucking join the bandwagon of falling apart? What could happen here? Because everywhere else in the world's got something going on besides a recession here. Seriously, because if we as bad as get a recession here, obviously everybody in the world should strive to be like Canada. Then like fuck. If that's the worst that we're gonna get out of this fucking tailstorm. But like unfortunately that's not true. There's gonna be a lot more shifts to come. Eventually, I could see the way we run countries and who rules what changing. The UN's going to step in here. This is going to be a time where the UN becomes a government and there is no more voting processes. There's no more presidents. There's just representatives. I guess it would be presidents, but they'd just be representatives of the United Nations, which they pretty much already are. This is something they pretty much already are. Now they're just going to refine this process a little more. Now this is what's going on while y'all are protesting what these people are doing to cops. I have no words for what those cops are doing to people. How they're cops, I don't know. Why they're cops, they shouldn't be. Like fucking screen your people better. Fucking spend some money to clean your shit up and pay for some goddamn psychological evaluations. Like seriously. And not just one, because a really smart serial killer could probably pass one. Like, come on, let's get real.
We're seeing kind of like a robotic thing that they're doing in doing their job, where they're afraid too. They're very afraid. But like there's somebody, I saw a video.
I don't know if that's an excuse.
Peaceful protest, during a peaceful protest, somebody just saying, hey, let's all just, I would love to see us all go home and meet each other and just talk about this, Why can't we just talk about this? And that's all he was saying, and then he got arrested.
Yeah. I know. Apparently talking is not allowed because talking shines light in the truth. You shed a little bit of truth, people lose their mind. Who said that? Ice Cube fucking said that.
What?
I said you shed a little bit of truth on something, people lose their mind. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube is the one who said that.
Ice Cube. That's good.
At least that's straight out of Compton in the movie he said it, and I'm wondering if he actually said it. It sounds familiar. Sounds like something he would fucking
Well, they got it. They had to come up with the line from somewhere. I mean, anybody who came up with that line, and it's like it just fit. It must have been Ice Cube. I believe it was.
I believe it is. It sounds like an Ice Cube line. Yeah, so fucking they can suck a dick. There's a lot of the angering process. Now, I don't have the answer for all of humanity, but I do have the answer at the same time. Check this out. Without getting, again, too biblical and shit. Smarten the fuck up. Boom, bitch.
There you go.
Smarten
like
the fuck
up. People that were attacking the wrong businesses, too.
Everybody.
Like during riots. Too.
Everybody. Smarten the fuck up. Everybody.
Fuck.
Yeah.
With
that
the
poor
UN
black guy,
thing.
Yes, that really did suck.
I don't
And
know.
insurance doesn't
That's
give
more
a shit
scary.
about you. I wonder how much he's actually going to get, especially when the government
I don't know.
is being milked dry by the freaking general population right now. And we're already in a recession. So here's the bright side. We have the
It's like the
materials
machine's
we
kind of
need
chugging
to
along,
live,
even though it doesn't make sense in
right?
the traditional system
No,
anymore.
no, but like here's the deal. Even though we're paying for shit, even if we ran out of money and shit is going on, like we have all the materials we need to survive. This is the best off we've ever been in the recession ever. Like we got food, we got fucking shit to last. People will still work. They'll still come up with a way for a system that you can earn money, that you can fucking go. Like this is the best off we've ever been. Nothing will ever look like this in a recession from the past. Like if you go back into previous, even 2007 is worse than this, in my opinion. So like we're doing good. This is
Yeah.
gonna reboot the economy, change some things, but I am prepared for some new definitions and new world orders to be re put into play eventually this year because like honestly, we just see it everywhere. The UN has their finger on a whole bunch of shit. There's a lot of politics, there's a lot of fucking nonsense going on. Now, I might be wrong, but like this shit might have all existed before, or now we're just shining some light on it, and now we see it in the medias. So let's take a look and think like our world is maybe this ugly. This isn't just like been going on for a month. This hasn't just been going on for 2 months. This hasn't been like 4 months. This is our world, and that's what it fucking looks like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now so many people that like are sad and just upset and like you really got to stack your values, right away. As soon as it starts, you're thinking basic needs, right? It goes along and goes along. You just think about who you love in life.
You know what I find
Reconnecting, forgiving
remarkable
people and
is
stuff, and like
survival. Survival is definitely a thought,
thanking
but
people
there's another part of the population that isn't so focused on the
and
survival
even
that actually is like just focused on helping other people's survival. That's what I like to see. I like when somebody will sacrifice a part of their stuff. Like for example, if I'm going to give you my last loaf of bread and then maybe later on that will play into something else, like I'm seeing a little bit of that kind of niceness. I'm seeing a little more of people being stuck up again, just the way they always were. In the beginning of this pandemic, people were a little bit nicer to each other. That died off quickly, and now we're starting to see. Remember how I said like isolation in the one podcast? You'll start to see some aggressiveness towards
well,
people. You,
defensiveness too.
yeah, and now it's already happening. We're seeing some aggressiveness on the sidewalks. Not everybody is friendly. Like I had some person looking at me the other day when I was out and about, like they were gonna catch COVID with me talking to them. They were like fucking 15 feet away from me for fuck's sakes. They're like a way over on like another thing, and you're like saying hi, and they're looking at you like they're gonna like catch COVID while you're fucking passing by or something, and you're like, holy fuck, like, and how could you like assume that that's what they were thinking? The disgust in their face. That's how you could tell. That didn't exist before. People didn't look at you like that ever. So like now that's even worse. So now that's began. Some people aren't like that, but like that's starting to happen now too. So now we're seeing the isolation, we're seeing social distancing start to be like, yeah, it's gonna stay. It isn't going shit anywhere. So now we get to enter the stage of evolution where mankind starts to fear his own kind. Brother turns on brother. So what are we gonna do about it? How are we gonna play it? What side are you gonna be on? I don't know. I don't know.
It would be wise to know.
Oh, I know what side I'm going on. I'm just saying for the general public, I don't want to put my own opinion into that because I'm a dark fucking motherfucker. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Better left unsaid.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
leave that one unsaid. I'm in support of all you bitches dying.
I'm dead. I've been a bitch lately. Actually, seriously, I've been eating so much junk food. Oh, my stomach
what?
hurts.
So
My st-
today,
like I actually got
today I was doing
tummy
I
aches
was
and
doing
shit.
some shadow
Wow.
boxing today, and I was
Oh,
like, fucking, my elbows have become something of fucking mass mayhem. Like I could fuck somebody up with my elbows alone. Like holy shit, they are like have got as crisp as my punches have. So like
damn.
I'm fucking throwing those at like mad
Oh.
rates. Like I can slice people up with my elbows now. I'm like, excited about it. I got these combos and I'm just like excited because the other day Greg was like messing around. So I didn't actually hit him, but I want to see if it would work. I want to see if the process would work. And all of a sudden, like it worked. Like I went down and I faked at his stomach and he steps back. And when I stepped up, I went to the elbow to his face. I wrapped my freaking left leg around his front leg. So I was touching on the back of my calf, locking my knee around his leg, and I used his momentum and pivoted my right elbow around, connecting that elbow with the back of his head or with the front of his head as he was dunking or whatever. And I'm like,
That's
fucking,
some.
there's three elbows right there.
Oh
Fucking boom,
man.
boom, boom, out fucking cold. But I
How do you
never
think to put your foot there? Did you just do it
no, like,
instinctively?
no, that was a combo I was showing I've been practicing for the last few months. So, like, I want to see how effective it was. And so when I tried it and it worked like that, I was like, oh man, I'm like, this is good. So you mix that with my clinching from before. And do you remember that little like grab I do where I'll reach under your fucking the over under clinch where I got one arm over, one arm under, and I'll like all of a sudden let go of the arm that's over and I'll pull you over and draw your head to my kneecap. Like I'll just like bend you over and sort of like bring that fucking
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah. I've Taylor's been kneed in the
how do I
face by
defend
it
that?
before. He literally got flat out kneed in the face by it once.
Lately.
Yo,
That was I didn't get
you
black eye
were
from it.
lightly, you were lightly. Who was
Yeah.
the guy I did it to when we were at fucking hanging out with Greg and fucking Mike? Do you remember the other Greg and Mike? Like freaking when we were in Camrose, we were at the camper and I had
Okay.
those
Was there
flip-flops on or sandals on or slippers. It was slippers. And then Buddy was like, nice slippers. And do you remember that one Greg guy? He was just like,
it
yeah,
was
he'll kick
Greg?
your ass in those slippers.
Yeah. Like the old guy. And then Devon was there too. And I
Devon was
forget
there, yeah. Yeah,
if there
Devon
was
was
anybody else there. There was a girl there too, a couple of girls
yeah, yeah,
maybe in the
yeah.
back. I don't know. There was some
So
people in the back
like
of the camp. I
there
didn't
was
really
a
talk to them.
but like yeah, no, oh yeah, it was him that I full out like got in the face. So like yeah, they were watching us and we were showing them the combos after my friend had said that, like after he had told them that I would kick his ass with the slippers. He was like, "Really?" Or like, "Yeah, check this out." So me and Taylor were just fucking around with each other. But then I was showing him stuff and I wrapped my arm around the guy and he had like no plan on what was coming. So he didn't brace himself or nothing. And he just bent over like a sheet of paper, like real super easy. And all of a sudden, boom, his like face was in my kneecap. And that was that. So like, yeah, I really collided with somebody once. I thought it was Taylor first, but yeah, I remember it was actually the other dude. It was not Taylor. Taylor showed up one day at work, fucking bloodied eye, fucking big ass fucking fight he had on top of a camper. Why don't you tell us about that?
It's one of the very few fights I've ever been in. It was kind of lame, honestly.
Started it on purpose. Except it was kind of lame, except he went on top of a camper. He took that shit WWE style.
Yeah.
So I want to
And
hear
somebody
about
fell through the roof of the camper too.
yeah, I want to hear about this fucking like cage match that you guys fucking had.
Well,
Or this like TLC match, whatever you call this. We have
I don't know
bodies
what
going through campers. Oh my god, I got to hear about this.
there was. It's even better too because there was girls dancing up there. That's why I went up there, and that's why there was a fight up there.
Oh my god, there was girls dancing on top of the fucking camper.
Yeah,
And
I was
who
like,
said
hey.
Canadians don't know
I was
how to
like trying to make
party?
friends. I was
And
being
this
a
is
big
why,
loser.
and this is why we have songs like Bacardi Sunset right here, right fucking here.
I guess so.
Yeah, straight up. You got fucking bitches dancing on top of campers. You had a Mike Tyson fight on top of it, and then you
Mike
fell the
Tyson
fuck
fight.
through it. What the fuck?
Somebody fell
That's
through.
some
I was
epic
watching
shit.
from behind. They're
That's
like, okay. Oh, and
Taylor,
then they fell through
Taylor,
the
Taylor,
skylight.
You, my friend,
And
by
then
that
somebody called it,
definition,
right? They like, just get the fuck off before somebody breaks something, right? Or like breaks their neck. So we got down. And then
serious,
we resumed the fight later, and then like lost my shoe. And I was like, what the fuck? I finally got my shoe and I
seriously,
left. I
you,
still haven't found my
by
sweater though, which I
definition,
also lost.
Taylor, are an urban legend. That's urban legend right there.
There you
That's
go. There's
legend. That's beautiful.
yeah, I got it. I got an urban legend.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a star. That's a star, definitely. That's like a highlight. When I think Taylor, I definitely always remember this fight on the camper. You fucking showed up with this massive fucking fucked up eye, and like that's your worst battle
You know
wound.
what I remember?
And you know
I
what?
remember
That
learning
you
about
weren't a
balance after
pussy
that.
about it. You weren't a fucking pussy about it. That was one time in your life you weren't a puss.
I guess so.
You were fucking you were like,
Even though I
yeah,
kind of lost.
I got this from this fucking fight. You wore proudly. What, you lost that fight? I would have thought you won.
Black
But
guy.
regardless, good job. Good job. Well done.
I would have thought I would too, but I was afraid of the
Did
power
you fuck up
of
the other guy
unleashing
at
the
all?
fury. I was like,
His eye looked like.
I don't think his eye got really messed up. I didn't hit him very
Did you fuck
well.
at all? Okay.
It was
well,
more
it was a learning curve. Good job.
yeah,
You fell through a camper.
more
You fought
wrestling
it.
and grappling
Good
and then like yeah, a little bit of punching.
But now if you did it, it'd be a lot different. It'd be
I would be more defensive and expecting it. I don't know.
No, like I
but
think
I
you would
shouldn't
find
want to
it
expect it
easier.
out. I
I
don't
think you
know.
would find it easier after doing the art this long, that you would find it easier to actually just reach out and hit him. You'd be like, why is he standing there? And you would move like 3 inches and you would just like hit him and you'd be like, no way it's that easy. Like literally, it gets that easy. So like fucking some dude is just trying to hit you and you're like, why is he standing like that? He's not standing good. He's throwing shit punches. He's not rotating his shoulders like he should. He doesn't know how to fight. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna block him a couple times and tell him to fucking knock it off. But if he doesn't, then I'm gonna drop that motherfucker with my elbows because I'm a
considerate, I think.
boxer and I don't want to lose my license.
Right. So you got to use the elbows.
So that's why I learned other martial arts without going to the gym, because now nobody can say shit to me. What black belt?
What you talking about? I ain't trained no Muay Thai.
Yeah, I don't do Muay Thai. Are you kidding me?
You would not sound like that. Nobody would sound like that. Anyways,
Except
I need to
no
join the
Kevin
gym.
Hart or
But-
Chris Rock.
I was thinking just like joining the 9-round gym. Where
Yeah,
you
so
just
I put
kinda
a lot of
practice
energy
on a whole bunch of different bags.
Ooh.
But it's intense too. It's 3-minute rounds and then 30 seconds. Oh no. Well, I forget how it works. I'm gonna look it up again. I think it's 3 minutes and then 30 seconds in between rest.
Word up. I had
All
a lot
cardio
of
box.
stuff
So
to say there.
if you're going full effort to full time, it's fucking nuts. Like I almost felt like puking. I had to take the gloves off because I was like overheated. I went for a trial. It's good. I should go with no shirt on next time because it gets way too
Hey.
hot.
I got no shirt on right fucking now. I'm actually looking at that kettlebell before I remembered we were doing a podcast.
Oh, nice.
And I've been BMXing lots lately, so like I've done about like I'd say like 26 to 30K or something on my bike. I've also like been doing a bunch of tricks and getting some upper body strength, some balance back, and then like fucking throwing around kettlebell here and there. Just mowed the
Yeah.
lawn. Did a crazy good supper prepping today. It's been a good process. Just kind of like getting to feel good again, trying to get
Definitely.
healthy, trying to take care of that body, keep living. That's the goal, anyways. For now,
Yeah.
till it goes to shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I was kind of like, I was gonna eat a bunch of junk food because I was like, and doing video games and stuff too. I realized I really missed some people, so I was like, okay, well, here we go. Like, actually, I really just missed my brother Quentin for a while. Then I was like, oh, I miss a lot of my family. So I've been spending a lot of time with them too, and just really putting family first, you know, as a kind of a value thing. Or well, myself first too, right? Because I got to play guitar and do all this, right?
Well, you
But
know what?
I gotta
Right now,
focus more on my
family
health, 'cause,
family
like,
is
the way that
important.
the butt,
Family is important.
not the butt, well, I guess the butt comes from the stomach, comes from the brain. So like the most neurons, I'm talking about neurons now, are in your brain. The second most are in your stomach. So like when you change your diet, you change your thoughts too, kind of, right? But like it
That's
changes your
called
energy
gut
and changes
biome.
your feeling, I guess, mental health.
That's called gut biome. That's you
But
having good biome in your gut. So like
and I
you
bought
release
books specifically
endorphins that
for this, and
release
then I lent it before I
probiotics
read it.
when you're
That's
doing things that make you happy. And so some of what you're feeling when you think is an adrenaline rush is actually you releasing those happy pieces in your gut biome. And it's like helping you. Yeah, no, that shit's good. That's good shit.
Yeah. So that's important for health.
I look like an
You
idiot,
know,
but I know a
and
thing
more
or
of the
two.
physical, like exercising too.
I am an idiot, but I do know a thing or two, I should say. Like I know one or two things. Like
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that much either. I've kind of been figuring out myself,
no, just surface
using
level.
myself
I
as a
just
guinea
know
pig
I
and being
just
like,
that's what I
how does
mean though.
this,
Like I just
how,
mean I just
what?
know one or two
Okay,
things
feels
surface
right.
level.
But
You know?
it's
Like
really important to make sure you're doing it right.
yeah. But that pretty much sums it up on what it is. So it's just like so when you're out doing something and you're exercising and you're dying, rather than looking at that, I never think of that. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm alive again today. I try to take that perspective. I don't know why, because like honest to God, that's some fucking contradictory shit. Straight the fuck up. But whatever. I'm not getting into that right now.
Good news for gym kind of workflow possibilities. I might be getting a tire, a big tire, semi tire, but double wide. So they're called super singles.
Oh
Yeah, not a new
yeah.
one, like an old used one, right? But I want to bring it out
So
here so I can
I
use it here.
have
But
a
I might just go
new
out there for a bit and
tire
use it there for
exercise
kind of. I need
actually.
to use
So
it for
wait, are you getting
like
two?
months, or at least a
Wait,
month.
are you getting two? Because I have a new
No,
tire exercise.
what is it?
Let's check this fucking motherfucker out. This will make you legendary. So you lay one tire down, okay?
Okay.
And you take the second tire and you stack it on top of that tire. So then you tilt it forward and you stand up on the other tire and you slowly climb yourself, wedging up that second tire just like a spring. So you got a tire on your feet and you got a tire above you. And then you explosive jump, stretching your arms, pushing the other tire upward and bouncing off the rubber on the bottom tire. And then you catch your balance because you're not going to be jumping very high because those tires are heavy. And you're going to catch your balance. And then you're going to squat all the way down. And then you're going to drive yourself up and try to jump. You'll probably actually be doing more tiptoe raises. You won't be jumping too hard until your stability of your legs
So basically flipping
start to
one
get a
tire
little
off
strong.
of the other tire?
No. Imagine like, hey, do you remember those iHomes? Those shitty ones that look like accordions in the middle?
Yeah.
Well, the outer of the shell, the accordion in the middle, that's you.
Oh, so holding a tire above your head, jumping on a tire
Yeah, there you go.
while holding a tire,
And then you squat down after you jump.
and then squat. Okay. That sounds pretty easy to hurt yourself.
No, it's not. It can be done. Do it
Well, I'm
up.
gonna start with tires from a Pontiac Firefly.
Yeah, do it up,
I'll
and
go
then
to the
build your
Peterbilt
way up.
after stopping midway
Taylor,
at
when you're done
a
training
regular
for me,
duty truck
you're gonna
tire,
be
and
curling
then
fucking a Firefly on each arm.
yes, I'll curl cars.
Yes,
But
little
first,
ones.
I'll have to move farther into the northern
No,
parts
first
of
you
Canada.
gotta grow a pair of testicles.
And I'll have to helicopter. I was gonna say firecopter. We must bring the firecopters for the cars. Firecopter the cars in.
Firecopter the cars. What the fuck?
I don't know. That was some weird shit.
That was some
Helicopter
weird
the
shit.
cars in so I can just practice in the northern parts of Canada and nobody would ever find me and see me fail until I actually got it. I don't know. That's a bad idea. It's not even that funny.
I had a lot of anger for a second there because of all this shit going on. I had a lot to say, and now I'm like kind of like mellowing out. So I've resumed
Yeah.
work
I
back
mean,
in
I
the
just went on a
studio
little
with Jordan.
freaking dreamland.
That's been good.
Oh, nice. I've been waiting for training to open up.
So like, well, no, well, you know what? Greg's mom will probably be going soon. You should come for a training session one weekend. But anyways, when we were
Okay.
in the studio last weekend, we busted out the song for our new album coming up, and yeah, threw some ad libs and some shit in there. So you got some good shit going on in this next one. And Taylor, it's the fucking verse.
From what?
It's the verse. The killer.
Oh, wait a second. Is this like okay? This must be something that existed for a long time. Is this?
Oh
like,
yeah, that rhymes in it. Never thought this ever existed. Or I was never a rich kid, so distant on planet Venus, and I'm gonna leave it there because you bitches can hear it when the song comes out.
Damn.
Yeah. We have some fucking suspense building. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Orgasming at sheer genius.
Yes.
Bam. And words are born. Fucking check this shit out. This is gonna be good. If you thought your Bible was good, this rap song will blow your top off. If you thought your Bible was good, this rap song will blow your top off. I'm going to hell for that.
If you'd rather have your face melted,
wait a minute.
Listen to what I got going.
That's okay.
I got a new song coming out sometime soon too. It's going pretty good. I called it Blink Twice so far. I don't know. I might call it something else, but I don't know. It's good. I'll show you the intro. I'm gonna just a little teaser, just to get your dick hard. Hold on a second.
Are you recording the video of yourself too while we're talking?
Oh, now I'm on screen sharing.
Yeah, I'm sharing your screen or my screen right now because I forgot to do that. So we can do that for the rest of the podcast because it's a handy thing to do sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well just get me out of there. And
so check this out. I wanna show you guys something. Everybody, this album right here, the Grow Up, this will be on Spotify and Apple and Deezer and all those good fucking things on July 12th. Or July. Holy shit, what am I saying? On June 12th. It better not be July. I don't even know what my own release date is. That's fucking pathetic. What next? What could I possibly come to next?
That it isn't even a year.
Yeah, could you imagine
this isn't even a year.
It was like for next year. Had to call to cancel it. Okay, so
here, I'll show you my preview. Check this
release date June 12th, 2020. I'm just high as fuck.
July 12th, 2020? June 12th.
June 12th. So in 2 weeks, not even. Yeah, about 2 weeks, around there. Not even 9 days. We'll say 9 days. We have six songs. Now, this is an EP that goes between my first album and the one that I had just started work on, which you guys won't hear any of until the end of the album. But pretty much, Life Simple Diploma, we're fixing that last little thing with Nostalgic Day. We're going to change the song. It's going to be probably a little different. It'll be good still. And once that's done, we'll distribute it. So then we will have Life Simple Diploma. LSD will be out. The Grow Up, the EP in between, right? And then we're going to have Marijuana Made. I'm excited for this one. And it isn't going to be only about weed. It will be about a lot of the things that go into the 10 years I smoked dope and fucking what made me who I am actually in a lot of ways. Because it kind of, like you've heard it before, that weed's a gateway thing. No, for me it was like a calm down thing, and then drugs like were the side adventure, and then I always kind of came back to the weed as like this base thing. But you're gonna hear more about that in the album, and I'm excited to fucking bust that open for you guys. But we already recorded the Marijuana Made song, and it's a pretty dope song.
Yeah, did you have that out already on SoundCloud?
No, that song has not been out yet and won't be out until the album's done. And Marijuana Made was
Oh,
what the
okay.
Grow Up was. I actually just renamed that album.
Change the name of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
closed it off, and the reason being was because of producer stuff. So I was crediting the producer and everything for this. Freebeats.io slash the producer is White Hot. I'm not sure what their actual legal name is. In the contract, it's Stephen Mahoney. But here we go. I have these songs, right? And I did the copyrights the way they asked. The only thing I wasn't able to do is Spotify does not let you put produce by in the title. So I just gave them proper producer credit to White Hot, or yeah, it was White Hot, producer White Hot. That makes sense to do for me. I didn't really know where to put the freebeats.io part, but like I'm not too concerned about it. I think I did everything I should have done legally for the copyrights. But anyways, I want to close that up, kind of leave it as that link between, just in case something happens with it. Might become one of those rare albums, or it might just be a regular album that'll just sit as is. And I don't want to do too much more with those style of beats because I find them pretty restricting. I can't YouTube, I can't Content ID, I can't do a lot of stuff with those. But I can put them on main sources for you to listen to. So I can get paid on streams, I can redistribute the album, but I can't really like get paid on YouTube monetization or anything like that.
So where's your revenue going to come from, I guess?
Yeah, so that's just for this album.
Sales
that's,
like CDs? Things?
Yeah,
and then
that's
just streams?
just well, Life Simple Diploma will be out in everything soon. But like that's just for this album. So like this is kind of a special EP. And really it was it's good. It's a good EP. And really you can listen to it on SoundCloud anytime. And these things were like kind of just I wanted to I don't know, I just wanted to fucking have some fun while everything was in COVID. So I needed to write. And I got some good feelings out, and it's really cool when you listen to a whole joint. It's like you're starting your joint at the start of the day, and in one joint session, you're going through your whole day. So it's like all your sessions in one session. It's pretty fucking dope. And then you get to the end of the blunt, but it's also like my 10 years of fucking smoking dope. And then it's just like, because it was a while back when I had my friend Eric, and then all of a sudden you get to the end of the blunt. Urban legends. I'm talking about some basketball shit I used to do when I was in Regina. It's these outdoor courts. Everyday smokers when I was first getting into weed, really. And now Wake and Bake was just always my favorite thing. So there's some interesting shit there. So I'm actually happy for it, but I just don't want to do too much more because of copyrights and fucking shit with it. And if we get to a point where it blows up, I will eventually talk to the producer about buying out the beats or sharing some sort of profit so that we can use them. So like I think everything will work out, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a kind of a battle sometimes.
Yeah. But like most of my music is still my own, so we're going to keep it that way. And fucking Life Simple Diploma, The Grow Up, and then Marijuana Made. And those are some awesome names. And I never really planned that. That just happened like that.
Sometimes genius just clicks. Like, this is what it is. Okay, here we go.
Well, I would like to take a step away from drugs a little bit. But then, like, one day I realized, like, what else do I know? I don't know anybody else that's done mushrooms as many times as I've done mushrooms. Or anything for that matter. Is my screen still being
Neither do I.
Is my screen still sharing?
I think so.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. You got a lot of cool stuff. I've been thinking about upgrading SoundCloud, but I don't know, because I have some good songs I'm making now. Like since my amp was out of the at the shop, I had to play acoustic a lot, and I ended up writing a couple acoustic songs, which is pretty cool.
I want to see you like make
Now
some more
back with
Trapped
the
in
electric
Mind type
thing.
songs.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty good. That was a
That
fun
was a
one to
good
do.
one. That was a good one. So make me some like heavier songs like that. Like just keep making some good songs like that. That was good shit.
Yeah, I guess progress the story another level.
Yeah.
I created these two characters, right? I don't have names for them right now. Maybe I can create them into the characters and keep writing songs about these two characters. I don't know.
Hey, I did something kind of similar to that. It's two characters, and I write all these
base it on.
songs, and they don't get along.
Maybe we should read
And
some
one
stuff.
has like horns and shit, and the other is like thinks he is very smart and clever.
But he is very gullible.
What? No,
That'd
he's
be a
not
good
gullible.
thing. If he's like thinks he's smart, but he's like actually kind of gullible or something.
That's not true. He's not gullible.
Do you want to hear the song I've been working on? Just the intro?
Yes.
Okay. It's pretty
Hear it.
cool. And it used to, when I first started writing it, it was major key, and then I switched it to minor key. So just, I don't know. Here's this.
Let's hear your work. Sounding good, yeah. I can hear that well, actually.
So there's a little bit of it. There's another part
Sick.
that's pretty good too.
So, I think we're gonna have to just like get you to focus on a genre. You just gotta focus on where you want to go with the music. I think heavy metal or heavier stuff is your thing. Oh shit! Good stuff, bud. There you go.
It keeps going, right?
There you go. You
know.
are getting better, and I love it. I've been telling you this for years. You need to fucking stop with the kiddie shit and just do shit on your own.
That seems to be what's the most healthy for me right now, but I don't know. And it might make sense for work too. If I end up,
Yeah,
the job that I
and
have a line on is a safety job, which
you're
usually involves a lot of
making
traveling.
good music by yourself. I like it.
Thank you. You've been inspiring me to grind more because you've released a huge volume of songs. You're making so many songs lately. How many have you released since January now this year? 3 albums?
Well, no, I'm starting work on the third album. I have 17 songs out.
So I guess that's
And
like
I haven't
at least a
actually
whole-
I did have Dystopia, but I took it down. I'm not digging Dystopia. It wasn't that great. Whatever.
Oh, you pulled it down?
Yeah. Dystopia hasn't been up for quite some time.
Well, you got to send me some kind of link to download it because I want to have it to listen to. I liked some of those songs.
Bullshit, you
Really?
didn't even notice it was gone.
I did.
Well, maybe I'll do that for
I didn't
you.
say anything. I should have said something. I don't know.
I'll send you some like songs for it. They're not that good. Fuck, I'll recycle the lines into better songs, into better things. Don't even worry about it. See, that's the thing about the creative process sometimes. You can't get attached to everything. And after that came the Grow Up. And so that's a fucking banging album. Like, oh man, so the other day I got 600, yeah, it was 656 plays on Urban Legends. And like got some comments on the song, which was good. And Yeah, people liked it. I got a really big epic, like an
Nice.
epic. And then I got a 3-star from this guy, Letheum. He's 3 bright stars he threw up on there. That's pretty dope. And then an awesome quality from this Strain person. I have no idea who that is or any of these people. And if I do, well, I don't recognize those accounts. Reposted. Yeah, from this reposted person and this other person is yeah. So urban legends people tend to like. And like I mean for anybody that knows anything about like posting on SoundCloud, getting 5 comments and I don't know. I've got way more reposts before, but getting 5 comments within like 1,000 plays, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. It's people don't
Yeah.
always comment and fucking they'll listen to it. They might like it, but they don't always comment. You're not always getting comments. That's the reality of it. At least on this platform. Takes some time to build them up. But you go to some of my older stuff, they're commented right full. Like Game Boy Days is right full. The Cardi Sunset is right full. Living Hell is pretty well right full now. I don't know when the hell that song got popular. All of a sudden, like every day, I have somebody who's listened to it and they're like, good song. People love it. I'm like, word. It's a better song now that it's got a better location in the album. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? You're working on that song, and are you gonna release an album? I think this is a time
I
that
think
you
I
should
should get
start.
them in a collection and
Hey,
release a
do you
few
know
more
it'd be?
songs that I kind of have sitting on there too.
Do you know what I think would be a fucking dope album and fit right in with the TRGP label, the TRGP Entertainment label? Check this out. Here we
What?
go. Tailor Made.
Get your Slurpee today.
No, there's
Golf
actually
clubs today.
Yeah, there's actually a thing called tailor-made golf clubs, and a tailor-made. When I have a marijuana made album coming out, that would be pretty fucking lit. We could release them around the same time, and you have some time to work on it yet.
You know what it should be? Instead of tailor made, it should be tailor laid.
Oh yeah, word. Taylor hasn't got
Then
laid in a while. In other
yeah,
words,
there we go. Then it's very clear from the beginning that I'm a horny bachelor. I don't know.
so
Maybe this is a bad choice. I don't know. We'll test it out on the public. You ready for some tailor laid?
this
What
is
is it? I'll play it to you. I'm
this
scared.
is what I've found out is fucking, having a little more luck with ladies in my life, and it's balancing the playing field a bit. So like having somebody else to talk to throughout my day and do those things, it changes the drive of how I'm doing things. There seems to be more purpose to that. That's an interesting thing about human nature, eh? You kind of get to that age where you just want to like do it for people, but you're not going to do it for everybody. You're only going to do it for those select few that you want to like isolate yourself with. So it's interesting because like my drive's coming more like I just want to like make some money from this music shit and buy a house.
There's a
Straight up.
reason they call it a bond.
Yes. But like literally if I can make some money from this shit, buy a house, then I can have those things. Like I already have those things, but I want to get us all into one house, and that's kind of what I need to do. And that's a hard thing to do right now because you got recessions, got shit going on. Feels like the end of the world some days.
Waking up to the start at the end of the world. Some days it does. I don't know. Fucking some days it's bad. But
Some days, yeah, there's this feeling, this vibe, this energy.
There's still something good.
Yeah,
But
there
I'm a
is something good.
musician who exercises. Like I don't know. I'm better off than so many people.
So without my
but
dark, sinister twistedness, like seriously, I would like to see people do the right thing for a while. I don't want to see the planet fall to shit. I don't want to see humanity like keep going the way we have been going. Yeah, so like I think it's time to maybe look at some different strategies. And nobody needs to look at the future and be like, the future is this. We just need to look at ourselves, fix what we should be fixing, and that will be the future. And I think that's a simple way to look at it rather than fucking, oh my God, we got to have greenery. Like, oh, think about it. Like, just
We
like
got
common
high
sense with
quality
germs.
humans.
Think about this, just like common sense with
I
germs.
mean,
What
when you think
about
about
throwing out
that,
your garbage? What about recycling? We
oh
recycle a
yes,
lot around here. You want to know something? We took out our garbage once all week. We have this little bag of
oh,
garbage.
there's also really good computers though.
Hey,
People use
listen.
computers really well.
Listen to this,
Sorry,
Taylor.
garbage and recycling.
Listen to this. We took out our garbage. We have this little dinky garbage can under the sink. Our garbage bag wasn't full for 1 week. For a whole week, it was not full. That's how much shit goes into the recycling.
Good. Yes.
So other people need to do that. That needs to start happening more. And you plastic making motherfuckers, that needs to stop. What the fuck are you doing? Knock it off. Find a new way. Fuck you.
We
I
can
don't give
reuse
a
metal
fuck if you're
so much better.
bankrupt. Lots of people go bankrupt because their industry
Easier.
dies off. Get over yourselves. No more. Fuck you. Give it up. Find a new thing. And don't fuck shit up doing it. Jesus fuck.
Aluminum
Like,
cans. Okay, this is like seriously
how
though.
hard is this really? Like, I don't
Aluminum
understand.
cans used to be way thicker for like pop and soup stuff and that. Now they're way thinner and they're used with like 80% of the cans from 40, 50 years ago. They just keep using them, keep making them thinner and spreading them out, right? And using new metals, right, too. But that's actually being used. Plastics and stuff like that, some of it can be recycled into things, but if you keep it pure, if you can keep the plastic pure, but the problem with recycling is it all gets mixed together a lot, and then
Well,
that kind of stuff,
you know,
you
not
kind of just
really.
have to like
Simple. We take
burn it
something like a butter
or bury it.
wrapper. No, we
Like
take
there's
something like a butter wrapper.
you
We
can melt
wash
it
that
down,
shit.
but then you can't really
No,
do anything with it.
no, they can just turn it into other shit again. We wash
There
it
are
off,
some things.
throw that shit in there. No, like anything that's going into recycling, like actually, is like they recycle it now. They have these at the eco centers. They each have these spots for every component that you can think of. They take apart TVs. They do everything like that. So now this isn't like old school. You just go drive into the field and dump your garbage. Places that are still doing that, that definitely shouldn't be going on, because now we got eco centers that drive in there. They throw their shit into lower bins. They separate through it in the warehouse. They decide what they can recycle and what they can't. And then they also fucking will garbage some stuff that they can't. But we already have some garbage. That's going to slow that rate up a bit until we can figure out how to deal with that. And we definitely should probably move to more solar kind of ideas, that rather than power, rather than gas and oil. This is bullshit. We know we can run a motor off water. We shouldn't be using gas and oil. Yeah, drill 5 holes in the wall. Fucking strategically. Touch it. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, solar is really inefficient, but it's less maintenance. Once it starts working, it's good.
I
As long
don't
as
think
there's
it's
no dust or any
inefficient.
obstruction.
I want
Even
to know
through
what makes you
snow,
say it's
it'll still keep
inefficient.
working. They are inefficient. The amount
Solar's
of
not that inefficient.
yeah, it is. It's still
I've
only
seen I've seen
of the
houses
solar
with
energy. I
actual
mean, you can still
solar
use it. It
energy
generates a
shit
decent
farms.
amount of energy, but
Yeah, there's
at the
no
same
need to
time,
not. If
it's not that
everything
efficient.
that powers
They're
a
like
house is
what,
being powered
10%
by a
efficient, maybe?
solar plant, one big good solar plant in the right location rather than one big power plant, bullshit, that's not going to work. That's enough energy. It'll be enough. You just got
Turbines
to
make more
power it enough.
energy.
Fucking do turbines, do solar, do a mix of both. I don't give a fuck. Do better. There's no excuse to not be using better ways.
22%. Clean energy reviews. Let me check this real one.
There's no excuse for not using this shit. This is
It doesn't
retarded.
matter what you're using. We should definitely be using some of this stuff, though. I really like solar panels and and
Yes.
renewables.
My point
But
exactly.
but we got to have like
And then
energy storage for
advance
them
that.
because it's intermittent, right? We can't count on it to be
Yeah,
there
well,
all
you're
the time.
not going
So
to
we just store the
advance it
energy
not using
for a
it.
certain time, and
If
you
you're
just
not
have
using it or
a
not
reliable
doing
source.
anything with it, you're not going to advance it. So now that you're going to use it, now advance it. You see what I'm getting at here?
They actually have 22% efficiency solar panels now. That's actually way better than I thought.
Yeah, so suck a dick.
No thanks, unless I have to
Unless you
live.
have. Well, see, personally, I don't know if I could do it. I think I'd rather die. I'm one of those unhealthy people. I'm one of those guys. I'm like, fuck you, I'll bite your dick off.
I don't know. I don't
to
know,
the
man. I don't know what the fuck.
Yo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go get some new ink soon. First time in almost 10 years.
I need to change my thoughts right now.
Never the
'Cause
fuck a tattoo shop
my
open.
thoughts are kind of like not good right now.
Where the fuck are your
Okay,
thoughts?
So I'm going
Why are
back
you
to solar
worried
panels and wind turbines. Wind turbines can only be so efficient because the turbines can only catch so amount of the wind.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe
And
turbines
certain
aren't that.
locations, it doesn't always work. So, like, if you had enough solar panels,
There's a huge
enough of
solar
that shit,
project in Germany, and then it had less of an effect that they thought it would.
you could, like, make a really gigantic magnifying glass that magnifies the sun right directly over a solar panel, and that power quite a bit of shit. Just saying. You built a Hubble telescope. Don't tell me you can't build a giant magnifying glass.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we're
I wonder
talking-
how much it would actually.
I bet
It
you
would actually be worth it.
Yeah, check this out.
Actually, it might be. I mean, there's a giant desert, right? So you take a
Yeah.
giant
So check this out.
telescope thing
This
on a
even
crane.
this even gets better.
No.
This even gets
Oh, maybe
better.
not.
If you can like find
It's like
a
the Eye
way,
of Sauron. No, let's make Mordor the solar farm.
if you could find a way, no, check this out. You can make it gets better. You could find a way. That's just one glass above the solar panel. So let's say that's like 8 feet. Okay. So go up another 8 feet. There's another glass magnifying the sun. Then it magnifies it again. Then it hits the solar panel. We're getting hotter and hotter and hotter every time. This thing is glowing red hot. Sooner or later, we're increasing the amount of panels going down to control this one unit, right? So that kind of becomes your motherboard. I really think this can be done. Like, seriously. And imagine if you found a way to shoot UV rays to solar panels to assist them. And that electricity from that UV ray doesn't need much electricity. So let's think of an X-ray that shoots UV rays. So figure out what shoots UV rays in that. It's powered by a plug-in in your wall, so it doesn't need that much solar energy, and use those types of things to boost that on top of it. Fucking, it can be done. I think this could be done. We just gotta spend money on it. We gotta spend time. We gotta talk about it. We gotta plan. We gotta use our scientists. Like, we just kind of take our resources and have all these areas that it's just like, you're a specialty of this, you're a specialty of this. How about you guys just take all
I
your
wonder
shit,
what that would show
build it all
places
together.
that are iffy about it too. If you can build something like that and be like, look at this. This is the sun working to make us energy. There's places in Africa that believe that the sun steals energy, or that solar panels steal energy from the sun. Sorry for saying that backwards.
And we can't be stupid. We have
Like
to
publicly
recognize
saying,
that even solar
we
is
would
going
to outlaw solar
because
panels
a human, this is what we've
steal
done as a
energy
human
from the sun.
race. This is what we've done as a human race, is we've come up with another idea and said this is the one. We need to understand that solar panels isn't going to completely solve the problem either. There is also a risk to solar panels, and the risk isn't their inefficiency. The risk is we will somehow fucking put so many of them in the earth that the earth will overheat and fucking blow up. Like, straight up.
Some things have gone wrong with that too, though, with just like the lenses.
Yeah, it can
There's
happen.
a solar farm in California that like all the
we have
lenses that were
repairs
supposed to
for
reflect onto the tower kind of, it was like the opposite of what you're kind of explaining. All the mirrors got broken though. Well, a lot of them. They abandoned the
Yeah.
project.
But like right now, because it's not a
Yeah,
big thing,
I
it
mean,
costs a lot of money
we're
too.
starting to see what it's like when there's less activity happening on the Earth, and I think there might be a measurable effect. I don't know. It's been months, right? I wonder.
Well, I want things to go back to normal, but I just want us to be smarter about things. That's all. Like fucking wash your hands after you're done at the club. We no, this fucking I don't know if you want to wear a mask, whatever. But like, I mean, I'm not too concerned about it. Like a little dirt in your fucking diet, a little bit of contact with some bad germs is good for you. Eventually, you'll evolve to this fucking shit, become immune to it. Stop being pussies. Fuck you. Like straight up. Do you know like the amount of shit that I've been through just to survive in my life to the point that I am at, and for the amount of shit that I see people just fold to when the media or like the news and like what you guys get fed, I'm like, holy fuck. Pussy little bitches. Straight up. Because it's like, get over it. Evolve. Do what humans do. Adapt, survive, and get the fuck over it.
I think some people need to hear that too. Nobody's ever said that to people. Like some people got really sheltered and have never heard anything like
You
that.
got too
And there's other
comfortable
people
on
that
your
have
goddamn
been like
sofas with
more
your
exposed to that.
lazy Susans, with your fucking
But like, what the
marble granite countertops, with your fucking stuffed up fridges, with your goddamn double
You don't
loaded
know if it's that either,
cheeseburgers.
though. You don't know if it's that.
No, all that shit made you comfortable, and that made you weak
It was
because
definitely
you
that
got comfortable. You got
everybody
comfortable, and then when
always
something
wanted you to be
disrupted the
confident. You wanted
comfort, when something
it
disrupts
also
the
comfortable.
comfort, it doesn't work. Straight the fuck up. It's a comfort zone thing. That's what makes people weak. It isn't always a will. It's like their will is like every day wakes up expecting the same thing, and when that doesn't happen,
Yeah, it's like trying for a dream to just happen by thinking about it. That's what misusing your will is kind of like. But you can use your will to actually make that change.
yes, but there's other facets that you have to include. You don't just only use your will. You have to use some logic. You have to put some planning. Then you have to act on the fucking thing. Then you have to manifest it. And manifesting doesn't mean, oh, it magically is just smolted into the universe. No, put the fucking work in. Grind, bitch. Since
There's a lot of people out there with a will to do it, but they're
you know, I used to be pretty. I never thought like this before. I didn't think like this at one time in my life. But since December, I've fucking laid down 177,000 plays. So, you want to know something? That's a fucking fuck ton. This is all I have to say. Just grind.
Yeah.
Keep grinding. And this is a start. That's fuck all. That's nothing. I don't want you to get too caught up on that idea. But you just keep grinding.
Be a unit.
Keep going. So, like, my shit's intertwined.
That's what I'm thinking is I need to be a
unit.
unit.
At right now, I'm almost at 1,000 people on Twitter now. Just about. Fucking, where are we at? Yeah, 994 followers on Twitter. I'm starting to get action on all my tweets. It's freaking good. I love it. Building up a bit, and I'm like directing people. I'm like, go listen to my shit. Follow me on Instagram. Do this. Sometimes that gets me people. Straight up.
Yeah. You know what? You gave me some advice to start following some people, and I have, and it's helped actually.
Yeah. Marketing is a good plan.
Yeah.
I always talk so much on our podcast. I always have so much to say. And Taylor's such a student, so he listens and puts up with me. It's so ridiculous, but fucking I love it. So I talk a lot, but yeah, Taylor fucking does have good things to say. I just want to throw that in there. I just fucking am like, yeah, I thought about that already. So if anybody was ever wondering about me and Taylor's conversations, I shut him down a lot. Not everybody is as smart as what Taylor would be yet. Should allow you to try to say some of those ideas more. Definitely. I'm working on it.
Wow, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
My old bitter madness is like, you fucking young bunk.
Well, there's definitely learning that I was missing.
But really, honestly, you're getting some good ideas. You're getting better when you're not like fucking being a little prick monkey. This is a better podcast than our last one. Good job. This is going way better though.
Yeah.
Really, honestly. When you argue everything, it gets said.
There's
It's
been a
like,
few times I've lost my thoughts though, so kind of bad that way for me.
why is that bad for you losing your thoughts? That's something that happens. That is a reality there. That's something that happens if you lose
I
it.
know. I
Honestly, like,
think I should be able to keep a little bit better control of it, maybe.
well, maybe you got to work on that part, but like, frick, then
I can
again,
definitely let it go.
see, like, don't get too attached to your creativeness. That's step one in actually
I
being
mean,
a
the
genius.
way forward is to
Don't
just let
Step
it
one
go.
in being a genius is don't get too attached to your creativeness. Not only because you can't just create things and let them go, but if you get too attached to your creativeness and you think everything is greatness, that's a fucking ego problem. That's something that needs some work.
Yeah.
But
And I find that the hardest thing to really like know how to work on. I mean, do you just go and show people or like
I just
how do you
try to
know?
work on it. It's so hard. Ego is the hardest one, I think, in my opinion, for like almost everybody. Literally. I think for every human being that is the hardest personal trait to work on because like I bet you I could go look back at this conversation we're having and listen to it. And when I listen to it, I'm going to be listening to what I'm saying to you. And when I realize what I'm saying, I'm going to be like, fuck, I do that. I do it all the time. And I
Yeah.
fucking love it. But like that's the
It's
beauty
yeah.
of a mirror. Usually what gets said is like it's all about like self and that's not like selfish, but usually what you're saying when you're upset or you're pissed off or you're like going at somebody, usually it applies to yourself as well. Or it just applies to yourself. Not always does it apply to the other person at all. Like you actually more times it's just yourself than not. Because you got upset over it for a reason. You might be right, but fuck them. You know what I mean?
No. What are you talking about?
No, but like,
Shit.
no. What I'm
Oh.
saying is like you might be right about something when you're talking to somebody, and it's just
Yeah.
like, but when you take that point of yourself where you're just gonna say I'm not arguing with this person, or you might be right. You don't have to prove that you're right. It's just fuck them, just fuck them. That's how it's done for me. I just don't say, and
Okay.
then I fucking do say. And when I say
Yeah.
it, it's
Well, you're
like
getting
that's it. And then
that's
fuck 'em.
taking care of your mental health.
Yeah, you
Really.
can do that. You need to not worry about what everybody else is doing and just do what you want to do. You're a fucking adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't want to do that much though.
Go to Thailand.
I sound lazy, but really, I only want to do two things. Well, I don't know.
What do you
That
want
is
to do?
really it. But they're kind of
Music?
like big ideas. Voodoo monkeys, intense reality.
Well, you're doing those two things already, so what else do you want to do? Oh shit. New part of the question. Taylor's mind just fucking exploded. I watched it on my camera.
Find love. I don't know.
Find love. That's always a
Or
good goal to have.
or just not worry about it
You know what?
and
Honest to God,
see if I
people,
can stand on top
I've
of the
been
world.
thinking about that. I've been thought about that today. It was a thought today of like I spent the last year doing my stuff. But I spent a lot of years like where I was dating relationships with girls, but like when I'm building, I realized that I liked materials and I liked the things that I had and what I was doing and the lifestyle and the momentum that I had more than I actually liked the girls. And that made me realize that I like physical things more than I liked people, which made me realize this like dating requirement. You have to have a job and make this much money is like this underlying thing that like you need to have finances more than people. And this is this message that's like everywhere in society. And now it's just like coronavirus. You need to keep your distance from people. And I'm like, watching this, I'm like, okay. So first you're gonna start off like at one spot, and now you're gonna escalate this to this other fucking thing. Like, what next? You know, you got states in the states that are like, if you get too close to somebody, they're like, call the police, get arrested. Who are those people that were being executed because they were going around saying they had COVID or something? Now, I know that was stupid and that was a dumb mistake, but they're actually being executed for it.
Well, that's what they had to do. Fuck. I don't know.
What are we gonna do about it though? Like, seriously. As people, what does mankind do about this?
Wait, who hung who? What?
No, nobody.
What?
Where are you getting hung? No, people
Oh,
got sentenced to death for fucking going around saying they had COVID or spreading COVID. I don't know if they actually had it and were spreading it, but like they got sentenced to death for it. And like, look how minor it is. Like, honestly, you look how many people died in COVID versus like other plagues. This is just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's bullshit.
why would why do you need to say anything about it?
Because it matters. It really fucking matters. This is the life that you're living. You're growing up to be an adult. You're coming into your 30s eventually. I want to tell you something. Like, this is stuff that you should be taking note to, because the only one that's going to make the change is ourselves. And who we are going to be and what we contribute is what's going to make the change. If I just go and contribute a part and keep doing things the way I've always fucking done things, nothing's going to change. Simple.
That much is obvious.
Yeah. Like, and not just for myself. Like, I mean, if you go to work and you're gonna keep using things that you've always used, like gas powered things, doing these things, you're gonna keep creating a market economy for gas and oil. You're gonna keep doing those things. Nothing's gonna change. But if we actually stop and adapt here, we can change things. And it can change. Like, really, honestly, it's not that hard. Everybody's thinking big and grand. Let's think big and basic. Half the issue's just laziness. We call it job efficiency. What it is laziness. Oh, this helps me do this faster. Okay. Or don't expect the job to be done that fast and do it this other way until we get quicker at it, because that's just the better way to do it. This weird thing of like efficiency for like cleaning up the way we do people.
Yeah, I mean that kind of connects to where I was talking about here we are have the the I don't know the best humans, but like it's just that people nowadays have these now I can't even remember what I was talking about before. Fuck's sakes, I'm having a hard time to think right now. Some factors are okay. Never mind. So there's a pandemic for months, and then protests in every state in the United States. So humans have been through worse. A lot worse. And usually when things go bad, we come together and work on our bonds, you know. And then just focus on that. Focus on what we have together. That's what I do.
Oh, and then we forget about it and go right back to normal, and then it starts all over again. Hence history. Seems to have been a lot of that. Really, honestly.
If we can start having more of a status quo of taking action rather than pretending to take action, then I think that we'll actually make some changes and things will actually be different. And we can start making
but those actions need to be just
new traditions.
Changes.
Maybe not new traditions, but like new system, I guess. Something that works with the modern age.
Those actions need to be like new changes within ourselves, because if we take action physically, like for example, rioters that are physically attacking a crowd, for one, like I said, the cops and all, after all these years of abuse and what they've done, they should expect it and just show some love back and it will stop. And then on top of it, like, yeah, you people being violent, stop being violent. There's a better way. There is better ways. And cops that are assholes, you need not be there. Simple. Like, really, honestly, get your shit together. What if there was no cops? Would you people want to live like this? Like, I'll tell you what, if you were a baby and you didn't have your mom and you made it to like age 4 or 5 and you figured out that you could wipe your own ass, I want to ask you something. Would you still walk around your house and shit in your pants? Because nobody's there to wipe your ass. So let me ask you something. If you fucking want to keep fucking creating piles of shit, do you like to lay and roll in it? Probably not. Do you like smelling like shit? Do you like looking like shit? Do you like being pieces of shit? Stop being shit. Fucking do something better. Everybody. Like, it's a goddamn ridiculous that it's 2020 and we even need cops in North America to keep the peace or keep the law, period. Straight up. Maybe to keep the law. You're always gonna have some drugs and a little bit of violence, but like half of what we got going on, this is bullshit. Get everybody just smarten up. Nobody needs to be a kingpin. Nobody needs to have 40 ounces of fucking cocaine. Probably don't even need cocaine. After 10 years, everybody would forget about it, except the old people, till they died. Then the young generation wouldn't even know what it was. Like, there's lots of shit we could change easily, but we just don't.
It's weird too, because there's other things changing. So when you make a change or you want to make a change and then you start doing that change, then other things are changing. You're like, oh no, I need what makes me feel normal.
Yeah.
So that's where the wheel's broken.
That's kind of a fundamental rule to break, but yeah.
And then that's when you need to commit. That's when you need to commit. You can have your will get broken and be like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. But then you're like, but this is who I'm going to be. If I go back, I'm going back. If I'm going to be me, I'm going to do this.
Word the fuck up.
There's more to it, I think.
There's always more to it. But we uncover the layers. We
uncover
the layers bit by bit.
I think there's advanced things, and there's some big leaps sometimes, but everything is simple.
There are other parts to things and stuff. Like, I mean, I make it sound easy sometimes, and yeah, there's a process. What I'm saying is like, fucking don't be pussies about the process. Understand that, yes, those are probably realities. Now do it. Like, you can't, for example, like, this makes no sense. For decades, there's been police killing black people killing cops, white people killing Asians and black people, people killing each other. And the best that we got is, oh, well, it's a pretty good world. We had the police, and look, people are succeeding on TV, and we take care of ourselves and pretend that that doesn't exist. And then when someone shines a light on it for real and puts it on TV, it's like, holy fuck, the world's fucked up right now. Really, the world's been this fucked up the whole fucking time. Like I said, like, it hasn't changed. It's always been that fucked. You know? Like, the things that we gotta do are like not always simple, but we gotta stop being a wuss. There's gonna be death. There's gonna be war. There's gonna be these things. This is how we get to a better peace. For fuck's sakes, even Jesus fucking died brutally. Ooh, shit just got real.
I'm thinking about brutality, man. It's fucked up.
Fuck off. Yeah, isn't it sad? Aren't we fucked? We're savages. We're like cavemen still. We're advanced cavemen. So now we're cyborgs pretty well. We're like savages mixed with technology, which is pretty much cyborg, that wants to kill one another ultimately. And none of us do because it's the law. Well, most of us don't. Like 70% of people won't kill somebody because it's the law. And then there's 30% of people, they're fucking crazy. But here's the reality is we're all fucking crazy. The way we do our system, the way they do theirs, the way the police screen theirs, like all of it. It's all fucking gotta change. There isn't a single thing that we've been doing that works.
No.
Oh, other
Being
than
human.
not,
I don't know.
other than being good. Like when we love one another and we talk and we're like actually compassionate. So like those things, yes. But like other than that, fuck no. We're not doing those things ever. We're honestly like showing those things for 10 minutes to somebody, going home to our money and masturbating to our Benjamins in our closet and fucking buying whatever the fuck we want, and we're like, look at what we've done, and allowing our fucking partners to feel that. It's fucking disgusting. You guys are worse than fucking Sacrifice. Have you seen Sacrifice? It's gross. That's grosser. That is Sacrifice, essentially. I imagine the slaughtering of a fucking disgusting goddamn creature with his guts all over the altar as I see people fucking probably like literally jerking off the stacks of money in your fucking bedrooms. Guarantee you people do it. Fucking suck a dick. Your soul is mine, and I'm going to feed on it. I'm going to eat you alive. Man, I love jazz music. So much fun. Fucking suck a dick. Oh yeah, suck the devil's dick. Big Dragon Slayer dick suckers. Fucking the world sucks dick. That's this episode. Welcome to the Dragon Slayer dick sucker. Voodoo monkeys.
Episode 18. The world sucks dick.
What do you have to add to the world sucks dick? Does it swallow too?
Yes. That's the really sinful part is that the world also swallows. So the fucking every human that's ever found a way to make money from it is just taking it to the nth degree.
Yeah, because we don't even got to exist with money. Because if we could figure out this thing where like people just fucking like, why the fuck do you need police? Why the fuck can't you just do the right thing? Then if you could do the right thing, there would be like, why the fuck does anybody need money? Nobody needs money. People would just go do the right thing. The work would happen because somebody's got to do it. People would have everything they want because that's the right thing. There would be no greed, no jealousy. There would be equality. But because of this thing of power, like I need to be a politician, you need to be a musician. Like my thing to want to be a rapper, I'm challenged by it all the time because I'm like, why the fuck would I want to be that? And what is it? It isn't that I don't want to rap. It's like, why does anybody want to be an icon? That's not healthy. That's fucked up. That's a fail in my thinking. That's why musicians are who they are. You get these people that have fucking gone through shit lives and then they have this like fault in their psychological thinking and then they want people to love them. Essentially. And it comes out and they love the music. Isn't that fucked up? People actually can love something more than other people, which is where I was going with that other shit. I realized this when I think I realized I finally loved another person in my life. But like, yeah.
I need more women to love. I've been thinking about who I've said I love you to. It's been like my bros and like my mom and stuff. So
That's okay.
Yeah.
Love yourself right now. Love yourself. Grow with yourself.
I love me. Ooh, I love me.
For right now, that's something that you gotta love. Don't love yourself and get off.
Maybe
well,
I should.
I don't know.
Maybe I should say that
do.
while I'm like doing things that are like,
Holy
self-care things.
Fuck, you're way back there. Yes, you should.
I love me. There we go. Okay, now I'm done. No, it's something else. Then
Fuck,
it's
that'll
done
make
with.
you a little
Then I
happier.
know when it starts and when it ends. I think that'll help.
Oh my god, yes, that would help you a lot. Do that.
Good.
Next time you get to something I know of you should keep doing, I'll tell you.
Yep, I should give you progress reports.
I
All
should
right,
give
day
you-
2 of fucking spending self time shorter. I don't know what the fuck. Hold on, I can't even say this shit. I have to like write it down. It's okay. Like seriously, dude, I think you might be noticing my brain being fried from all the fries and burgers and just a lot of coffee.
Oh my god, diet is very
Actually, not
important.
that much burgers and not that much fries. Honestly, it's been a lot of coffee.
Diet is important for your brain. And I want to add
And
that
some
like
other
if
stuff.
you can
And
see my
spaghetti.
screen, you can see my screen, Taylor, right? Is my
Yeah.
screen up? This is Spotify right now. The shit's not there, but my artist page is there. You motherfuckers, get on there. Go follow me. I have 6 followers and I'm not even on here yet. So I want to see some people. 2 monthly listeners, 6 followers. I'm coming to Spotify. Like I said, June fucking 12th. I got some more shit coming very soon after. The first album, LSD, will be released very soon after that. And then on top of that, I got another 3rd album I am working on as in the process. I'm hoping to bring you before the end of the year. Let's get some shit going. I want to see fucking million views. I want to see million plays. I want to see some shit going. You guys need to hear this music. I got some shit to say. And I put a little more sensitive thought into my music. I don't always take the hard-headed approach. My out of music approach is I'm gonna stab you up. And my in music approach is, okay, let's be a little bit reasonable. Like seriously. Fucking I learned to love music first before anything else. So that was a long process in life, definitely. But anyways, I put my heart and soul into this music and I'm excited for it to be coming out. And now if I were to ever part from the world, I'd be happy to have left this legacy behind. But I want to make it a legacy. I want to make it so big that it's unforgotten. And it isn't me that I want you guys to like remember. It's just the music. I want you to be like, yeah, I remember that vibe, that time, that song. Might be associated with it, but like, yeah, I put some good shit in there. Nobody ever really heard my life, so here's my fucking life.
You gotta make CDs.
Gotta make CDs.
You gotta make CDs.
Yeah.
Like you're actually like a good rapper. There's not a whole lot that I think are good.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. There are some good rappers, but literally a whole lot. Yeah, there aren't really a whole lot.
I
And
mean,
I'm
there's
trying
a
to get out of this
good
I
20.
don't want to just talk about the money and this girls and the Gucci and all this bullshit. I don't talk about that shit
I
in my
couldn't name
music.
them all.
I just want to talk about the real shit. So I'm working on this song right now, which I have no idea how the lyrics are going. I tried to work on it for an hour and a half yesterday. I got a few lines, but literally the song is called The Sweetest Lyrics, and I'm excited for that song because it's going to be a pretty meaningful song to me anyways. That'll be on the next album as well. Got a couple others I'm working on. I would like to make one called Blackout. So this is just giving you some ideas for what we're getting going for this next album here.
Let me make this full screen again. There we go.
Oh, and I want to make one more comment about the Grow Up album, A Moment of Vibin'. My friend Eric, he had passed away back in 2015 there. Fucking, he was the first patient in Canada, and this is like before legalization, obviously. He was the first patient in Canada, in Saskatchewan, in the brain ward, anyways, of the Cancer Institute to get prescribed medical marijuana by the use of vape pen and concentrates, as well as dry herb. There was a big contract. I remember when he made a post for the remainder of his life. As far as I understand, he dedicated it to some of the ideas of weed being legalized and used medically and stuff like that. I'm not sure how far it went. I'm pretty sure he had made some greenhouses and done quite well with it up into the point of the end of his life. And I'm not totally sure how that looked because at the time I wasn't talking to him at that very moment and did not know he was that sick either, even though he just had told me a lot about it. So I made that song for him. And like, I always want you to know that like, if you want to know another urban legend, like a real true urban legend, that guy right fucking there. He was he's the king, man. He's a good dude. All fucking down from the streets of Regina. He's from the smaller town outside, but like literally that guy is fucking had a heart of gold. 23 years old, he told me. Like in the song you hear this part called Blessed by God. I want to describe that part to you guys. He had Blessed by God tattooed on his chest and only the good die young tattooed on his side. And that's where those lines in that song come from. And he told me like he had life figured out and he was telling me stuff and he was arguing with me and I like was trying to tell him and I remember just like him stopping me and telling me these things and telling me why he had these tattoos and he was blessed by God and he had done all these things. And then all of a sudden he was gone. But man, that man left an impact on the world in ways. Like in his community. There's a lot of Regina people missed him. When I made this song 5 years later, I'm like on SoundCloud, have his name in there, and find out there's another song about him.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's another song in Regina. Another guy made a song about the same guy. Also friends with I don't even know that guy.
Have you tried to get in touch with him?
Yeah, I did get in touch
Yeah.
with him. I showed him the song. Yeah, he appreciated it.
You shared songs. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I
That's
checked
such
out
a,
his
like
the other one's called
he's an
Soul
urban legend,
Treasure.
man. Like
Yeah,
he's got two
the other
songs
one's
about him.
called
Like,
Soul. The
That's
other
really
one's
cool.
called Soul Treasure. Yeah, he used to rap, and he had some bars. I have to say, like he had some bars. But like I said, and that's that other part in the song. And then he told me one day we were out smoking weed and stuff, and then we were inside rapping, and he was like, "You need to put emphasis on shit." And when he said it, he put all this emphasis, and he's rapping, and he's like, "You gotta put emphasis on shit," and he does that like that, and I'm like, I get what you're telling me. I get it. And I'm like, okay. And like that was a big thing. And then like fast forward now down the road, he's dead. I'm rapping. I'm like, yeah, this is important. I want to get this out there. So that's an important song to me. And then it kind of tucks in with the Urban Legends song and fucking some weed smoking. It's the grow up. It's some moments in my life that kind of make me who I am. Just a few moments. Those are just a few key moments. And now we're gonna focus on Marijuana Made.
Coming next.
This is just like that time, that growing up time, that period. But Marijuana Made's gonna be a lot more of like, that time of growing into a man. You see, and that's the process. It's just like the same way the plant grows. It's like LSD, we have to grow up, now we have Marijuana Made. I just love how this link is just like looking. But like all of it's metaphor to how we actually grow. You got to have the seed of life to plant the seed, to have the grow up, to get to the marijuana plant.
Yeah, I mean, how to grow up is just how to grow up, I guess.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Such a weird play on words. Really like it. Yeah, I really like how it's going. But like, yeah, and it's just 6 songs. It's just a really nice little EP. It's good listening. It's about a session. So pretty much you're like having a session. You're having to grow up. It's like this little premature thing. I don't know how to describe it to you, but it's a good little thing. There will be more weed direct references on that album than there will be probably on Marijuana Made. Because like I said, Marijuana Made will cover more like why I smoke dope. Maybe kind of some of like what I like about those things, who I am a little more. I want to give you more urban legend type songs. But like they come in gems. But Marijuana Made's gonna look a little bit like LSD in ways of structure and ideas, and maybe just a little bit better.
You
Oh,
don't
the
have
beats are better.
any
The
rap
beats are
rock
better.
songs or rap metal songs, but like not
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it like hip
not
hop.
bad.
I'm gonna keep it hip hop because there's no good rappers, unfortunately. Really.
How about
He's okay. There is some good rappers. I'm not gonna say there's no good rappers, but like fucking there's a lot of shit rappers. So I need to keep doing what I'm doing. What I do is a very
rock hop?
special thing, that's for sure. I've been talking to this guy in South Carolina, Lieutenant Dank. Shout out to Lieutenant Dank. He's fucking we're gonna do a song together. He's got some good
Lieutenant
shit.
Dank.
He's
You
got
got
this.
your ice cream, Lieutenant Dank.
No, Lieutenant Dank is dope. I'm gonna do a song with him. We're gonna collab. I want you to go like you can go check out one of his songs.
Okay, well, I'll see.
He
You
hasn't had
say
too
it's
much
good.
traffic yet. So like
Oh,
I want
yes.
you to go to my page and go listen to that song on just below. You can scroll down, see what I've liked. Listen to Lieutenant Dank. Heaven is Above. This song is fucking sick. I love this song.
Which one is it called?
Heaven is Above.
Here it is.
Yeah, that I like
Well,
this
I
song.
see your
All his
comment on it.
songs are good. All his songs are good, but I really like this one. This one's good.
He's about to slaughter this beat.
Yeah, so like eventually we're gonna be making a beat and doing some work with this guy. This guy's I'm hopefully do some work with JJ too on this album. Like I want to do some work with both of them on this album. Be really good. This other guy, Andre Jordan knows. Hopefully, I've only met him once. Hopefully, we can get him in. He sounds like really good.
I like the way that the beat builds at the start. You know, he's talking about how he's gonna do it, and then it comes in. But the way that he uses the bass to kind of accent his flow a little bit. I don't know if that was intentional, but I like that part.
It was. He's good. He does this in like pretty much all this stuff. He's got a very distinctive sound that's his. Like, yeah, I like it. But together. Like I was already
And that it
messing with
cuts off
shit.
too.
I was rapping at parts of his stuff, like just over top for fun. And I was like, I messaged him and I was like, I'd already talked to him on Whisper. I met him actually. I made a post about music on Whisper, started talking about music. He's like, yeah, I make music. Go, showed me a shit. I'm like, man, this is really good. So now we're gonna work together. So I'm excited for that. This guy's a good artist. He's a good artist. And I'm excited to see what comes out sounding with both of us together.
I'm excited too. I hope you share it.
Oh, it will be.
Oh man, did I show you? Oh, I was making this one beat that I thought maybe could be like I don't know. It was an electronic one, so I don't know. Maybe I could do a rap thing, but I have some like lyrics in it. I've been thinking about maybe doing some, even though I mostly sing and I'm still trying to kind of find my singing. Sometimes there's so many lyrics that it's like, this is better rapped.
This is better rap. I wish you rap sometimes.
I think it would make songs go faster if I could just find some pre-made, but like the full production.
But you know what, Taylor? What you
just as
serve,
fun.
what you serve with that guitar, and what you did with that one song, and what you're working on.
I'm not gonna stop playing
Is
guitar.
that's no, but that's stuff you need to focus on. You need
Even
to
if I was
focus
a
on
rapper,
that.
I would still do a guitar solo.
No, whatever. I don't care what you do for fun, but I don't mean become a rapper. Like, I really think you need to focus on your rock and stuff because there isn't a lot of artists left out
That's what
there
I
that do real music here either
I just-
in that way. There are some good rock bands, but like, I don't know very many single good rock artists. Fucking give me some shit. Be a single artist. Give me some fucking shit.
Oh, single artist?
Re-revolutionize your fucking genre. Do something different. Fucking give some shit. Be the rapper of heavy metal, but don't rap. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna be myself. I don't know what you're talking about. The
You
rapper
know,
of heavy
no,
metal.
you know how rappers are so like fucking yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, you see that guy? That's fucking Kendrick Lamar. You need to be that of fucking like hard rock or heavy metal. Oh my god, that's fucking Taylor Elliott. He's oh my
I
fuck.
should know all the metal guys though.
Yeah, that's
I
what
need
I'm
to know
saying.
like my metal
That's what
too,
I'm
you know?
saying. You need to practice that shit. You need to focus on that. You need to do that because that skill revolutionize it.
That's what
You
I
got
wanted.
bands?
That's
You
what I
got
want to do.
bands? So fucking don't do just bands. Fucking keep doing your single art. Be the first single heavy metal artist. I don't know, where you're recording drum lines and doing that. And when it comes to a live show, hire somebody to fucking play it.
I just deal with air guitar. Just kidding. Yeah.
Straight
I don't
up.
know. I'm just writing songs. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But
Yeah,
I don't
keep
want to
writing songs, yes.
put myself in a box, you know. But
You don't have to put yourself in a box, but it's good to have direction. You know, allow your
man,
ideas
what did you think of what I had
but
showed
set
you
some
already?
fucking a direction. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so
It's
I'm
good.
going the right
Build an
direction already.
album off of it. Keep
I am.
going.
I
Have
am.
some vision.
I am.
Vision is not putting in a box. Vision
Dude, art
is
is
giving you some
creative.
vision.
You're saying the things that I'm already doing, and you're like, do this.
Where's the album?
Dude. Like I'm already doing it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't come up with album artwork. That's something I need to come up with, and then
No, you
release
don't
it
gotta
all
come up
as an album.
necessarily right now. But no, what I mean is revolutionize what you're doing. You got one song, as far as I know of, that's actually done that. Fucking, I want like 10 of those, 12 of those. Fucking, and then structure them, play with that. Then get your artwork going. Do the whole process, get it going. And fucking, then release it. And it's gonna be dope when it's just like, I wonder if you should upgrade your software. I wonder if you should use some better quality software.
Yeah, and this goes back to looking back at how I think I'm gonna make this workflow go. I want to get the laptop and have an editing software on the laptop. Then I can travel with it. Having a desktop has been great. I've had this desktop for 10 years, 12 years, and it failed multiple times. But when it works, it's really good. But now it's like ancient, so apparently.
Word up.
vintage, so I have to get rid of it. So I might as well go to something portable, and I might as well upgrade to something that's. Actually, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think getting a laptop would be a better choice because then I could use it if I wanted to game, if I wanted to program. It's better for programming and stuff like that, which is another hobby of mine that was thinking about career, and now it's just a hobby that I don't have time for. This is such your song, man. This song is like you.
And you don't even want. Yeah, that song is so me. Do you want to know what that's called?
What is it called? I don't even need to know.
That song is called Bearer of Light.
Really?
That's what that piano piece is. Like,
Ooh.
I made that. That's what I call that. Bearer of Light.
I really
And
like
it
that
has to.
title.
Yeah, well, it has to do. Well, Bearer of Light is like a Bible representative, I guess, of like.
Those words, yeah. So
No, but
a
listen,
Bible
listen, listen.
representative? Like, wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Well, the Bearer of Light is like Lucifer. But I don't want to go into too
Didn't
much
expect
depth.
that. Anyways, it's a very, very nice song.
It's a very nice song, but do you want to know when I made that actually, I like cried forever when I was making it. Like when I started playing it and I first played it because like what's in that song can never ever be described to anybody. I couldn't even fucking like what's just in those piano notes, I can't even fucking like describe it to anybody. This isn't like I found these notes. It's like I was like had a rhythm in my head and I just played and that's what the fuck came out and I'm like that's exactly what I was thinking.
You're an amazing musician then.
Well, I don't know about
That is amazing.
amazing.
And it
That's what I
sounds
would.
incredible.
Yo, I love it. That's how music is for me. I don't know. I just fucking sit down and that happens sometimes. But like I was like sitting and I was like really like feeling something. Like I was feeling pains. I had just had a couple nights of tripping out and I felt the pain. And that was that song is the amount of pain I felt from what I told you that one time, which we're not, like I said, I'm not discussing that in the podcast ever. But when I told you what I went through that one night and when I was identifying myself with, that was the song that came.
Yeah.
Ooh, that lower one's good. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get this right. I'll show you all four measures here. I fuck it up sometimes though.
kind of don't want that to stop. Yeah, but I'd like, yeah.
Yo, that's the sorrow of the end of time.
Holy shit, man. I was thinking like this is like the end of the practice,
No, but like
but like the
imagine
sorrow of
you
the
know how
end of
you're
time.
like you know how you're like you don't want it to stop? It's like but it's going to. And that's the sorrow. That's the tune. That's the sound. That's the morning star. That's the day after. That's the light bearer. It's the fucking it's eternity. It's I'm defeated. It's my crying over my pride. It's like it's the fallen.